Welcome back to Railroads Online. I'm Rever, and I am here by the freight depot. If you didn't watch the end of the last episode, we are planning on redoing our tracks from these primitive first tracks that we ever built. And I was just looking at it. I really didn't do much or have really anything in between the episodes, and it's just a few minutes later for me. So I'm doing these back to back, so I didn't get a chance for any of your comments. But I'm definitely thinking, and I'd like to go through the thinking process with you that I think it would be much better if we got rid of this switch and we could just tie this in later. Going up to get new rail cars will be a thing, but one way or the other, we can tie this into the system. And I think if we try to keep this switch right here, it's really going to mess with what we want to do. So, on that note, let's start demolishing some stuff. I made a backup of the backup save in case things start going wrong. Let's just get that out of our way, and we're going to that piece can stay. All right, there we go. So now this will be gone. And so will all of this all the way down to someplace in this neighborhood. We'll have to get our heights right, of course. All right, so that'll all be gone. So we'll have a switch that comes in somewhere in this ballpark and heads off this way. But I think that should be determined by the radius of these curves when we're talking about in the depot itself. So let's get rid of all of this. And probably, yeah, I think let's start on the front there, the behind me, but let's just get rid of all of this first. Guess we can be deleting the underneath too. Yeah, this is very adequate, but also very, very tight. Too tight for comfort. It was a lot of work getting that thing smooth and flat. Shame to see some of it go, I guess. Yeah, that's a little wonky. We'll get rid of it. All right, so we'll come out of here. And then I guess we need to get up to the height there, right? And I think this is a pretty reasonable. I didn't cut any trees down, so I might pause once we get this. Let's just get it so we can see. I really think that's a nice, reasonable amount and turn out of here. However, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how well it's going to work for. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, okay. So we can easily turn this more this way is what I'm thinking, and just hug this hill a little bit more. Oops. Yeah, we're variable grade too. I don't think let's just see what that. The reason for that being, let's demolish. Yeah, that was good. See, like that will turn into there nicely, more or less. But we need to be able to turn into here nicely as well. So I think that our added. All right, doing that should be pretty good. So we probably should start setting some of these T's, deciding exactly how we want to do that, because we will have slope to deal with as well, right? So if we get rid of the endless tree. All right, so as we come around here, we want to try to hold this back this way as far as we can. I said we were going to start in the front, and then now I'm driving around the back. But yeah, the other thing, well, you know what? Maybe we do. Yeah, I think that's a fine turn. But why don't we go the height, like try to keep these over here at the height I left that. Did I leave one? Yeah, I left that one piece so we can. All right, I'm thinking we come off of. Yeah, I'm just going to keep constant grade for now because I want this all to be level. Yeah, that's kind of up, isn't it? All right, so I want this. I don't even know. Is that whole thing level? Yeah. I'm just clicking stuff randomly. Let's do constant grade, doesn't matter. Yeah, so this is all pretty straight. I think if we, what looks better, let's put the first switch in. Turn right, straight, I think would look better. I want the switches always on the, oops, that's the wrong way, turn. Switch left. Yeah, maybe a little bit further down. All right, does that seem reasonable? Yeah, it seems straight that way, and then that'll be a nice turn off to that way, and then do a little bit of variable grade. And you know what I should do? Yeah, let's come over to here. I'll do constant grade. Oh no, well, it doesn't matter because we're going to try to see what it looks like if we keep all this level. All right, let's just go. Do we have enough room? Yeah, I think we will. All right, if that's reasonable there. I don't know if it is, but let's just go a little bit further straight. All right, and then turn around. Let's give this as much room as we can, and this will be a switch right, fall off. Let's just do that. That was kind of a miss. Let's do a little more. There's nothing else, just so I can stand on this and see what we're doing. And I definitely think we want to switch right with the thing on the right. Can't really see. I think I definitely want that turned a little bit more. If nothing else, just so I can see where we're placing the darn thing. Yeah, now how does that? All right, so let's also demolish that and that should be the same height as this. So I'll try to just do what happened there. Oh, connected. Yeah, so we're going to come out a little bit. It says switch, but I want it to say I wanted to tell me variable grade. Yeah, I think we're on variable grade. Good. But I need to see my. All right, that looks pretty reasonable as far as the gravel goes there. Let's just see if our slope here is at all reasonable. Probably, well, yeah. I think that let's just do constant grade, and then we can come back and correct it if it's... Where are we going to? See, we're getting awful sharp right there. Let's go. Yeah, so that's going to be 2% grade. That's pretty steep pulling in here, isn't it? If we go down, yeah, we would just get rid of that because that would be a 2% grade. I will get rid of all these trees. I just need to be a little tiny bit frugal. I don't know exactly how much money we have, but let's take a look. Yeah, 300. So after all this work, we're not a rich railroad company yet. But I have a feeling that the dam is going to open as far as money goes. Yeah, what is that little piece? Get rid of you. Yeah, we can get rid of all of that. We get the idea. Now the other thing I'm thinking is do we need to come down sooner? See, we're really pretty much at height right there, but we could come over this way further, right, and just be down lower. Yeah, I do like that idea, actually. All right, we're turning into this hill, and that's fine, but what I'm thinking of is instead of turning so much up here, yeah, from like right here, we do a constant grade and we go off to the right, almost like straighter. Yeah, delete one more. Right, we could do a bit of a, let's just do a straight section here. All right, I'm going to head off like that way. Stop that. Go back to a constant grade, and we'll see if we can't come in lower. By missing that hill. See what I mean? It's not a huge difference, but like we're level right there. And if we hit Q, look at that. See how that's like, so nice 1% grade gets us to ground level. Let's do a 0.75. Yeah, say 0.75. We would want our switch in that neighborhood, right? So let's do that. Like, can't really see. Do wish we could plant trees back for when I do cut this. There's a few uglinesses. I want to cut it back enough that I can see. Did I miss that one? Yeah, that makes, remember we swung that turn wider anyway back on the other side, so now, yeah, that just takes us in on a little bit of a downhill slope, but then brings us in much lower And I don't think that's going to really cause us any other problems. It'll keep us a little further away from the... All right, let's demolish all of this. I don't want to get rid of too much of that. It's a little bit of a guide as to where we're going on the other end. Rid of all that. I don't know if there's another piece right here. Yep, right there. I don't know if you build a piece into the ground, can you actually delete it? I know you can kind of, it seems like you can place things in the ground. So where are we coming from? I think I'm going to try to start out by making a nice gradual slope from here. See what, well, now this is where we want to stay level, right, for a while. Let's level this guy out. Seems to me that, yeah, we'll swing it a little bit this way. That's a nice gradual turn there. Now that's too much. Like we'll slope that down, but at least it gives us a idea of the overall turn and where we'd want to put a switch in. I'm thinking maybe right in this neighborhood. Right, we would do. Yeah, let's get rid of trees first. I might need to go take a train load of something somewhere just to let us finish this tree cutting. Still got a good number of trees to cut to get this in. And I would denude the whole area of trees. But we also don't have a ton of cash to do it, so I'm trying to get it done. Yeah, see, I'm thinking like right here would be a good place for that switch. It's a bit of a straightaway after this turn. I think we're far enough away from over there that all right, something like that. How's it look behind us? Yeah, it's pretty reasonable. I mean, it could be a little sharper there. And then this looks like it wants to... Well, let's not get too carried away. Let's just get this whole thing laid out so that we can get something built eventually. Might as well start here. A little extra straight, and then go into our turn. That's not... It's way too tight, but I think I kind of went a little bit off compared to what we could do. Sometimes it helps just to lay the track in there to see. Yeah, see that definitely. I don't see any problem with the switch up here wherever we need it. But this one, now that we've got it lower, we're coming up against that hill a little bit quicker. Let's just see what the track itself would look like. All right, we'll try to To me, that's what we would want to do. This could get filled in a little bit more to be like a more gradual turn up to here. All right, but then is there any reason we can't go level from about this point? All right, we'll do a variable grade, but level. All right, and then let's do this. We don't lose our. All right, that would be where we'd need to turn to go there, so we'd be even higher up the hill. Yeah, so I make that nice and gradual, but the next question is, let's demolish. Yeah, see, the problem is we're kind of on the hill with the switch. Can I come back here a little bit further? Switch left, thing on the right. All right, like, can we just come back to, like, say there? Or is that going to be too tight? Yeah, see, that's definitely getting tighter, but we could always adjust this a little bit. All right, so let's just work it the other way. It's a lot lower. I didn't mean for it to be. I don't know why it didn't pick it. I thought I clicked this straight. Get ready. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to do. All right, so if I go to there, I just want to do. Well, no, we want to keep that the right height, right? Yeah, see, that's pretty big height difference to make up. I want to turn. Let's do constant grade this time so I can. I think that'll be a pretty good start to it. Yeah, let's just do level so that we can. I don't want to delete what I just did. All right, so we just obviously swung that wider, which I think is pretty reasonable. All right, I mean, there's no reason that wouldn't be a pretty reasonable thing. The slope down here is getting to be a bit much, but we could slope into this down here, right? So like if we were to put a switch, question is how much slope and where would we put this switch? Thinking maybe in this neighborhood. Yeah, the more we yeah, that would definitely be pretty reasonable coming out the back there, and I think we could slope that down just fine. And then we could come off of here and go straight, and I think that would be a pretty reasonable turn to come out of there. Ah, I knew I was going to hit something that wasn't. So that's a lot higher. Yeah, what if we stayed at this height actually, and then just sloped up that other side? I think that would be better, right? Let's come in here. There's a lot of stuff to work out. This is not overly simple. You know what? I'm way off. Now I'm stuck. Let's yeah, demolish that. Leave that one up for a second. Yeah, so how would we do this? That's going to need to get turned. Let's come back out this way and see what straight from here would look like, at least for a little while, to where we could tell. I think we need to definitely come up to this height. All right, so that gives us a good idea of where this switch would need to be going over to there. And again, I think after the switch we can go up and down. So let's see. Definitely would do straight. Yeah, that looks pretty reasonable. Swing it right around in there. This should be able to come down here and have plenty of flexibility to get into that spot over here. All right, so yeah, let's hold this. I think we'll be able to do this just fine. We'll hold this height as the actual height. Yeah, but you know what? I want to go back further. Even through that tree to some degree. Maybe just missed that one tree. It doesn't matter which one because I'm going to stay. All right, we're just going to come right over like that way. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, and then we'll do get rid of some of this. Maybe to right there. All right, so that this way, this is going to come in nice and on that level, and then as soon as they start getting close or start getting further away, whichever way you want to look at that, that's the wrong one, do a constant grade. Just missed side to side. It's close enough. All right. I should have noticed what that slope was, but I didn't. Yeah, I think that'll get us into there. That'll get us into there. Oh, wait, is this... Yeah, we need to... All right, we could start... I think we could start our slope right here. How was that? What happens if we go one more lower? That's not too bad. And then we can come over here and do... Doesn't matter too much as long as it's... We'll just go until that blends in, like there. All right, so that should get us around there nicely. Well, there we go. Finally, 33 minutes in, we've got one of the corners figured out. Woohoo! All right, so let's just see if we actually put some rail in, what it looks like. I don't want to get too... I'm feeling myself getting in a hurry because it's taken so long, but... No, that's really not straight this way, is it? Yeah, I actually feel like I want to move this. Can I do that? Pull forward until it goes up in the air. See that? And then you know you're real close. Yeah, what does that look like behind me? It looks like fine because I don't have any problems with going that way. So we'll just delete this last bit. All right, that gives us, if anything, good room on this side, I hope. Not bad, but I didn't swing it quite the way I would want. Let's try to... I think this side's a little bit more let's get it past this sharpness. I think I have a little bit of sharpness in that road bed. I want to swing it up wider. All right, let's just do this to keep me from having to, oh, okay, that's right, we're on a slope. Yeah, how do we, I guess I need to be more precise with my, I'll just go from like here. That's, remember I said I need the, I don't want variable grade. I know my slope starts right here. I just don't know how much it is. Yeah, it seems like it's about that. Maybe my slope doesn't start quite right there. But let's just see what this does for me. I want to get into that. All right, there. I should be able to go a little bit. I don't think that'll matter. It just will keep me psychologically, if nothing else, going the best possible curve, because I won't feel like I'm running off the edge, which causes me to like not make the turns as well. Yeah, see, I definitely want to swing it. I'm going to try to stay on that line. Yeah, see, there's a little bit more length here to work it out. A little bit more straightness. It's a little sharp right there, a little sharp right here. But I don't think it's unreasonable. Let's see what we're doing. Tree's got to go eventually anyhow. We built a whole rail system and it didn't take this long. I think this might be the worst because it's, you know, getting these slopes worked out and what's the best kind of took, you know, a fair amount of time for us. Kind of got this knocked as it is. Attach, yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty reasonable. Yeah, that's no good. Yeah, I wonder why it does. I'll say it put the switch like down into the ground. Yeah, so what we need to do is like lower that piece right there, you know? See, then that's up kind of high too. Yeah, see, like that whole piece, I think we need to go from like, let's go from this side and see if we can't make it smooth looking. All right, so that's level. That our problem is that we're level, right? So I need to go down. So even though my gravel looks wrong, it put that a little bit better, I think, because it's going to put this piece up. No, maybe it'll bury this piece if it attaches from this side. Like, no way this is going to work out. I don't attach to anything, please. Yeah. How's it look? It's definitely a lot better than it was, but it's still, the problem is this. Yeah, the problem is that switch is not. All right, let's. That one should be pretty easy to reattach. Let's. So this is picking up. Yeah, the slope down. Let's get rid of back to where we're nice and straight. Right, I'm even going to get rid of that. So is this on a slope down is the problem? So I need to start leveling this off. Maybe I just make it level from here. Yeah, see how that's... That's not too bad. Now, where did I start the leveling? I guess it doesn't matter. We'll just pull off right here. Now we'll go down a bit until it blends in. Try to put our switch back where it was or close. Yeah, so like right there looks like the leveling. Yeah, that's nowhere near. Let's see, how does it look? Did it bury it again? No, that looks a lot better. We're going to be able to reattach that. No, not the way it is. Which means we should just redo the whole thing. It's going to be an hour making this one triangle. Yeah, let's... Yeah, I could leave that one. Yeah, but that was really kind of a big bump. And I would like this to be a bypass. Maybe not high speed, but, you know, I'd like to be able to come by here at a good clip. All right, how's that look? Oh, yeah. We actually now have the dip over here, but I'm kind of more okay with that. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad, but there's definitely a little bit of a dip right there. And that's kind of straight enough to make that work, depending on how meticulous you think we need to be. Let's go back up here and see how they look. Yeah, that one looks pretty reasonable. Swings a little bit out and back in, but let's go ahead and work out this little bit so we're attached. We could actually come up here and drop something off if we really wanted, right? We just have to back the whole way back out. Yeah, so this should be pretty easy compared to everything else. We'll do a constant grade, and then we'll try to match that up. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, let's see how we can... Yeah, one more up. Does that... Well, I guess a 1% grade it is. That should be fine. Yeah, let's attach it from this end first. So that was a little bit of a straight piece. I think I should have drug that turn out a little bit straighter. But let's see what it looks like. Do you know what I mean? We're like immediately on the edge of the gravel there. Right. Hey, we're attached on one end. Yeah, how's that? Is that a shadow? No, it's shadow of the tree messing me up there. Wow, that was a lot of work. I need to take a little bit of a break. Like I said, I'm going at it, which won't take long at all in real life time, video time. And then when I come back, 1 second, maybe I'll like lay this out a little bit just to save us a little bit of the fiddling. How's that sound? All right, see you in a second. I did a few things to save us some time on hopefully getting this one done. I know we only have about theoretically 13 minutes left on the episode, at least till when it hits the hour mark. But I came over here and kind of reattached this part and put a switch in. From that point, this looks pretty reasonable to me as far as, you know, but it's a little off compared to the old one, but that's okay. We'll head straight that way. This right here could be a chute over around here that would then tie into the other part of the switch, the triangle here, which would then go back. Now, this is the height we have to make up, but I decided that down here we should keep it, you know, all the same height as the incoming track, which is the same height, you know, all the way across here. So if we come down, there's another section here. Now, one of the problems I'm having is we only have $274. So we can cut down, what, 130 trees? So I do think it is worth cutting a few of them down in this area. And we'll see a little bit better what's going on. And if we have to just extend this into another episode, I guess that's what we're going to have to do. Let's see if we can't get this triangle built a little bit quicker. We already got one of the things, and I could always cut it if it starts getting too fiddly. We'll see, reasonably certain. And if I have to go take a train trip someplace, it's not the end of the world either. We can go sell those oil barrels. That'll be a good amount of money if we have to. But like I said, I would like to. The whole reason for doing this is so we can bring the oil barrels up on our new fancy schmancy turnaroundable depot run and not have to do goofiness. All right, so let's get rid of this piece. I just wanted to show you guys the height difference. This is the height difference from down here to up there. All right, so we'll get this out of our view path. Might as well delete a little bit of this. You get it? You can definitely delete from far away. All right, good. How's the trees over here? So it's a little bit sharp in there. All right, so let's see. Certainly seems to be a good case for a turn right thing on the right. Maybe right about there. Because even if that swings back over to the right and then feeds in, I'm okay with that. And that does make us miss here a little bit. But let's all right, make that look. I don't think we're going to use most of what I just did there, but I think it'll make it look nicer in the long run. Now, the one thing I do not want to do is get in a rush, because then I'll make it take longer. Let's It'd be plenty long enough that this isn't that steep. I don't think I did the best job I ever did. Some of it's just having faith in what you're doing. But that's not bad. I don't see anything extraordinarily off in any way. Now, what do we have down here? Well, yeah, let me delete. Rather than trying to match up to a actual switch, why don't we just try to get to the point we've got a nice straight spot in this neighborhood, right? So then we can decide the switch hopefully pretty easily from there. Because the other side doesn't matter. The other part of the triangle will be just kind of feed straight into it. Plus we should be able to see, or we can even lay some track to see where that wants to go. And this one's already feeling a lot easier. And I think part of the reason is, I think I'm going to swing wide like this way. Now we do have to swing back, right? When we swing this way, we got to, but I don't want, if this is a little bit closer, it's not going to break my heart because, yeah, let's gradually start to turn. Right, we should be able to put a switch somewhere in that neighborhood. Can always redo that turn if it's not quite right. All right, so we'll do this part wants to stay straight. Yeah, that's not quite right, but that's okay. Yeah, let's see, can I back up so I can still see? We can always redo more track behind me. Yeah, I think I want to go forward a little bit more. Yeah, good. It didn't pop it up in the air. That's really not bad, but yeah, let's one little couple inches off. Here we go. We'll do one more. So that was a straight section, so we should be able to. Nice when I see an actual straight section in one of these. It means we'll come back a little bit with the first one. It's really kind of good if you don't turn them too much right after you lay that first piece, or else it swings it out like for a comebacker, if that makes sense. Right, like it'll swing it out too far this way and then back in, where, see how it met up with that straight spot like nicer. And I think that's what makes it so fiddly when you're trying to do it with the actual alt mode, where you're picking the degrees and then you got to get the right length, and it's just, I'm sure there's a way you could do it just like you get good at the hand laying like this, but the real trick, in my opinion, to the hand laying is don't move your mouse. Move your, oops, you know what? Can't really see that well, but I think I was off a little bit. Right, like if you want to go in a straight track, just stand in this. Yeah, see, I'm off. I think it's going to be a little curved that way with the way I have it, actually. I need to be, I think that's, yeah, I think that's fine, but I actually want to go back one more and actually bring this track. Let's just do this. Let's see if we can't just do this without that switch in there, and then we'll cut it back in later, because I think I need to be like all the way over this way a little bit. Right? Like that. And then what I'll do is cut that switch into the straight part, which, yeah, see, I just turned it a little bit more even to the left. This is the benefit to having your gravel laid out properly. Not that this is, but, you know. Yeah, that's... There we go. How's that look? I know it's going to have a little bit of a bend in it, but I think that's fine. As long as that bend is far enough past my thing, I'll just kind of redo it. Yeah, see, it's kind of take that bend right back. See, this, it bends right here, but that's okay because we'll put this switch in. Yeah, let's delete one more section. Hopefully we get this switch close. It would be nice if there was a method to stand in the middle of the track. We want to go a little bit further forward. Why you no delete? Oh, come on. I was hoping to stand in that spot so I could see better where I'm, what a little bit further meant, but of course I had to. Yeah, I want to be a little bit like that, I think. I might be able to just reconnect that. Yeah. And then this, I want to go out and take out that little bit of a curvature right there. I mean, there'll still be some, but now I got a better target. Let me go bring this. All right, just a little tiny, like 2 pixels. It's really hard to move your hand just 2 pixels. All right, how's that look? Again, it doesn't really have to be that perfectly straight. It's not, but it's kind of good enough, and it looks real good from behind us. That's nice. Might delete 1 or 2 just to make it. Yeah, we'll delete 2 just to make it a nice, really smooth transition. That's right. I should be able to just. Oh, look at that. There you go. You got to watch out because it leaves those remnants in there. They need to work on that. I think that's what's causing people to have moon launches. Now, which way are we going to want this switch? We don't care because we're probably not coming out this way right away. Or are we? Yeah, you know what? We will. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll go the long way around. I guess it doesn't. We don't know. It doesn't really matter. So which way is this one? Yeah, which either way we come, this one either needs to be the other way or all right, we want to go straight down here. Now the other thing we want to do is say right in here. And I think we need to make this another episode. All right. Probably also want to come back to here and lay some more gravel. Just going to go parallel to it because we're going to put a switch in here. That's going to switch us over to that depot. Is that enough? Let's give it one more. Switch left. I think we'll just see if we can't. Oh, did the opposite of what I wanted. For some reason. What do you do? Why in the heck are you doing that? That's not what we want. Keep selecting that. I really don't want that. Yeah, switch left. Yeah, why are you doing that to me? Let's just demolish this too, and we'll go back one further and see if we can't set it out there in the middle of nowhere. Even though that'll probably be a little harder to line things up. I probably should have done that a little different. Let's see if I got lucky. Yeah, that's pretty good. I should have stayed back and looked. All right, well, I'm going to call this an episode here. Will be sort of a part one, but I think we got a good amount done. When we come back, we'll be ready to finish this up. We'll be ready to connect that back up, even though that switch is kind of in the wrong spot, isn't it? We'll see. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode. We have a little bit more to connect up there. We got all that connected, but then this whole loop, we actually do have a loop right on around. If we wanted to drive it, we could, but let's get the rest of this work done in the next episode. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.